Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danny Buttons, and I am back today with another color challenge. That didn't come out right at all. Hopefully I'll get to film one. I say hopefully because it is a Saturday and there are lawns being mowed all over town and we could hear it all. So we'll see how much we get done when it still sounds good. Also, I'm down a nail. I apologize. So hopefully that's not too distracting. I think once I'm coloring, you won't really see it. So if you are new to my coloring challenges, basically I have about 20 challenges in this cup and I will mix them up while looking, and then I close my eyes and pick one and we do what it says. So let's see what we get today. All right, eyes are open, mixing, eyes are closed. Let's pick this one. Color the last page in a book. Cool. So now I'm probably going to turn off my camera and pick a book, and then I will be back to get coloring. Okie doke, so what I'm going to do is color out of Broken Circles, Adult Coloring Book 2. This is a fairy tale issue of Tabitha L. Barnett's book. If you have not seen this was gifted to me by Jamie from Jamie's Coloring Love, so I'm super excited to get to do a video with it. If you have not seen these, they're just circles and then they're broken into different chunks, and then each chunk has a different little scene in it. And this book actually has doubles, so half of the pages are white background and then the other half are black background. So I'm actually going to do a black background. That's what's last in here. And it is, oh, that's the page I've already done. It is this Willy Wonka theme page. I love Willy Wonka, so I was excited to see this was back here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the background first. I should have opened this. I'm not prepared. Come out, please. Thank you. I'm going to use the Jane Davenport Palette Pastel set. This is the chilled set, I want to say. Yep, that's the name. There are 3 of these, I think. 4, actually. There's like a metallic one. But anyway, I'm going to use the lightest purple as essentially my background color. And I'm going to do that first because I did that last time and it made a mess, which it wasn't a big deal. But I'm going to do it first. And I'm actually going to do it on time-lapse because it is a little bit tedious. So what I do is I use these little brushes that are also Jane Davenport brand. They're the Baton Blenders. And I'm going to do that. So you will see that in time-lapse. I think that's the best way to go. I'm going to be using this light purple and get in there as much as we can, and then we'll figure out what to do from there. Okie dokie. So entering time-lapse. That it is very faint, but that's kind of the point. It's just to give it a nice little color wash back there. And as you might be able to see in some places, it goes over into the line work a little bit. But since we did it first this time instead of last, we should be able to cover all that up later with our markers or whatever other steps we do. I'm probably also going to glitter this a whole bunch because why not? Seems perfect. I think I'm gonna like glitter all these gumdrops. I have big plans. I am excited. I think what I'm going to do for what I use, I'm probably going to use the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pens brush tips. I don't know why. I really just enjoy these pens. It's weird because I don't usually like brush tips. So these are very small brush though. So maybe that helps. And we're just gonna go through, and I'm basing my picture off of the original movie, not the Johnny Depp movie. I love the original so much. The Johnny Depp one is good, but it's nothing like the original. So I'm actually probably gonna get some Oompa Loompas on screen. So sorry that I'm reaching across to type Oompa Loompa. I only had to type 3 letters to get Oompa Loompa. Perfect. I knew this is what they looked like, but just to be certain, I'm gonna pull them up anyway. So they're orange and green. So I'm gonna do them first. Why not? And I will probably make a mess No, out. I can do it. My color chart's next to me because it's just easier to see what colors you're looking for, in my opinion. So let's flip to my Pitt pen page. Nope, this is them. And then I just take a little binder clip and clip us open. And then there we go. So Oompa Loompa skin is probably gonna be orange glaze. I guess I'll keep this off screen when I'm not using it direct. Orange glaze. Perfect. Let's get to it. I'm just waiting. I am not home alone today, so I'm just waiting to be interrupted. And I just have a feeling it's coming. So we will see what happens. If I am interrupted, we'll have like a nice cut screen. So with these markers, they're water-based, and this is Amazon paper, so you're just gonna wanna be consistent in your motions. So even if you do get streaking, at least it's uniform streaking, or at least that's what I like to do. So there we go. Beautiful, nice and bright orange. I really hope my head wasn't in the screen, but again, I've learned to not put my hair in a bun when I'm filming so that it doesn't stick up. I forgot his little ears, so I just went back and did those. The other thing for these markers, and I don't know why I do it, I tend to like keep out the ones I use and then go through a whole bunch of the markers. So you'll probably see like at least 10 or 15 colors go on this page, because that's what I do. I'm focusing real hard. Okay, beautiful. And his little ear. And then they have nice green hair. So let's do that next. I'm gonna say they have permanent green olive hair. That looks the closest to me. So, whoa, looks dark, but it'll lighten up a little bit too. So how's everybody been? Right now I'm filming on the 5th again, and you should see this the 9th. So, a little ways away. Oh my god, I forgot to mention in my last video, we've hit 2,000 subscribers! I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Thank you all so much. If you are one of those subscribers, I'm so happy. And if you are not yet one of those subscribers, you should be. Let's go. I'm a fun time. I like to do challenge videos and hauls and monthly wrap-ups where I color 1,000 pictures apparently. Let's go. Yeah, today's the 5th and I have already colored 11 pages, and this is me being calm. So, not doing great at calming down, but it's hard once you're in that groove to calm down. A bunch of those pages were color by number though. I finished my Color Questopia Fairies, which should be the last video. I will link that above. I actually did, I want to say 6 of those pages this month. So I'm going to do all of the mushrooms the same. So of course we're just going to take out a nice red. Let's see what color you are. Deep scarlet red. Perfect. Yeah, so I've done a lot of color by number, and I did a few of the one color pages because they're a lot of fun. So, it still counts though, still getting pages done. I can hear my dad walking around, and I know he's gonna come up here soon singing. I'm gonna finish this mushroom and pause for a minute. Zoop. Okay, sorry, had a noodle timeout. It's the law that when anyone says noodle timeout, everyone has to go pet Noodles. So, did some noodle petting. She's being real cute, and she has balled up the blanket on my bed and is laying in a little cocoon. So, that's good news. That means she's not watching out the window, so maybe we won't hear too much barking. But, yes, as I was saying, we have so many subscribers and I'm so happy, and thank you all so much for being here and for watching my videos and commenting and talking to me and tagging me in things, and I'm just so happy with everything that's been going on. If you noticed, I had made a goal video, I think in the beginning of July, and one of my goals was to hit 2,000 subscribers, and I wasn't even sure if I would do it by the end of the year, and we already did it the very beginning of September, so that's super cool. And I'm almost done with all of my goals on that list. In fact, one of my goals was to finish a book, and if you saw my last video, I finished Fairy Miracles. My last goal, well, I have to do a giveaway, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Again, I didn't think it would happen this quickly, but I'm excited to do that. But one of my last goals was to post a hashtag in November, and I'm so excited because I have it all figured out. I have my co-hosts, I have my themes, I'm ready to go, but now I just have to wait till we get to November. So we'll probably see that announcement video in the middle of October to give everyone time to think about what they're gonna do. But I'm really excited, and I think what I came up with is perfect for me and my coloring journey, and I hope everyone likes it, and I think they will, so you will see that very soon. But it's gonna be a hit, I just know it. So, but I'm so thankful to everyone for subscribing. It's been great. It's been a great time. But yeah, this movie, Willy Wonka, or maybe, I never remember if the original was Willy Wonka or the new one is Willy Wonka. I really think the original was Willy Wonka and the new one is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Either way, I love it. The Gene Wilder version, it is one of my favorite movies. I absolutely love the beginning where they're assembly line making chocolate. I could just watch that over and over again. It's probably my favorite non-Disney movie, to be honest with you, because we all know my love of Disney, but this is my love of not Disney. I'm going to do all of the under bits of the mushrooms next in raw umber? Yeah, raw umber. Yeah, my favorite non-Disney movie. I try to watch this at least once a year, usually around fall, so I might have to watch it now. I actually ended up having to buy the digital copy. I have every streaming service in the world, it feels like. Probably not, but I have a bunch of them. Like, we have Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and yet I couldn't find this movie anywhere. I'm sure now that I've said it, it's going to be all the places, and people are going to be like, you silly girl. But, uh-oh, doggy interruption anyway. Ugh. I spoke too soon. I knew I jinxed it. But anyway, so I had to buy the digital version. So now I own it forever, and I also have it on DVD. But you know, it's just easier at this point to be able to watch it wherever you are. And I love it so much. And I'm really like a big Roald Dahl book fan too. And all the songs just get stuck in my head. It's a great time. So. Yeah, yesterday, which again, at the time of filming, today's the 5th, so yesterday was the 4th, it was Friday. We actually went to my cousin's house and saw an outdoor movie. They have a projector that we like to watch movies at. Basically, I think this is year 2, so they got the projector last year, and the intention was like to have summer movie nights, and then like all summer be out there and watch a movie every week, but it's hot during the summer, so I don't really know what our plan was, and there's like lots of bugs, so we didn't watch that many movies in the summertime, But we watched one last night and it's finally starting to get cool, and it was a much, much better experience. There are also a lot less bugs, which is nice because they ruin lots of things. Bugs. So we watched Nightmare Before Christmas, which it is early for that, but it was actually my cousin's wife's birthday, I think on Monday, whenever the first was. And obviously, since it was a Monday, we couldn't celebrate, so we celebrated yesterday, and that's her favorite movie of all time. And my cousin is absolutely in love with Halloween, so she really wanted to, it's not too early for her. And then I'm kind of really already in the mood for Christmas, which I know is bad to say. So I enjoyed the Christmas parts, and that's one of the movies on my fall bucket list that I get to check off. So it was just a win all around. It was a fun time. And it was really nice too, because if you're watching movies in the summer, you have to wait for it to get dark enough to project. So you have to wait until like close to 9 to start the movie. And now that it's getting dark a little earlier, this is literally the only benefit, is that we started earlier and the whole movie was over by 9:30. So that was nice because it was getting even colder. And it worked out real well. So hopefully we will continue throughout September to watch more movies. Is my hopes and dreams and goals. But we will see. I think I have a noodle hair in my mouth from Noodle Time Out, which is not the most pleasant. Actually going to color the doors in an even darker brown and pretend that they are chocolate doors. Because why not? So I'm just going to color it between, and then I'm going to do gold for all the accents is my plan. I might do purple for the W. We will see what happens. But yes, I love this movie. This is a little bit too long for an outdoor movie night, so I don't think I would ever get away with voting for this one, but it's fine. I'll watch other stuff and just watch this by myself. But yeah, that was a nice time outside. So hopefully, if you're watching this, cousin, which now they watch my videos sometimes, and it makes me real worried just because I'm embarrassed when I hear myself talk. So now they're hearing me talk, and it's embarrassing me, which doesn't make any sense because they always just hear whatever my talking voice sounds like. Am I making any sense? No. But either way, if you're hearing this, cousin, please let's have more movie nights as the fall progresses, because soon I'm sure it will get too cold and we won't be able to. So, gotta do it while we can. I don't know what else has been going on. Again, it's the 5th, and after Sam gets home from work later today is our fantasy football draft, and I'm super excited. I really love football. I'm a Giants fan, New York Giants, woo-woo. And I just think fantasy is so fun. I'm actually like not great at all the rules of football necessarily, and by that I mean like I don't know like what the refs are motioning. I understand the basics of the game, and I can't really name any defensive players, but every year I get a little bit better at the rules, and fantasy's a lot of fun because it's basically a math game, which I keep trying to tell my friends to make them join us, but they don't want to. But I'm like, guys, it's math. Also, I was just about to color these green, implying that they were leaves, but I'm wondering if they're candy canes. I don't know. They're not really in the movie too much. I'm just going to do them green still, and we'll pretend that they're vines. They can still be edible and green. So yeah, our draft is today, and the draft is like the most nerve-wracking part for me because before the season starts, who knows who's going to be good this year. I don't really keep up during the off season, and I definitely don't watch college football because I think if my college had a football team, I would have gotten into it more, but we did not, so I never got into it. So I very much don't watch it. Plus there's some rules that are different for college, and I don't know, whatever. But I have no idea who's going to be good, so I get really nervous, and I usually end up drafting just whoever was on my team last year. And sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. But it's scary. I know Sam, so we're playing, it's mostly like a family league. So Sam's playing, and his parents, and my dad, and my cousin, and is that everybody? My cousin, her boyfriend, one of their friends. It's 8 of us. And Sam and his dad both, whoever they draft today probably doesn't matter, because they're just going to keep trading people every week and adding and dropping and making crazy choices. But for me, I basically only use who I draft, unless there's like injuries and stuff. So it should be interesting to see if I get anybody good. I usually end up, I'll tell you the secret to my drafting. So, first round or two, I pick the popular people. There's like 20 good people that you know are popular and you know are good, if you're a football fan at all. And of course, the game itself, we do fantasy on NFL.com, so they will rank players for you. And so, like, if you've literally never watched football before, you can still go in and just draft the highest ranked guy every round, and you'll still probably be fine. But first 2-3 rounds, that's what I do. I pick like a few names that I like and hope I get them, but obviously everyone is hoping they get them. After they're all gone, then I will pick any giant players that I can find, and then I will pick any players on purple teams. There's a few purple teams. And then I will just pick anybody that's not on a bird team. So, is that ridiculous? Yes. But that's what I do. So that's fun, yeah? Let's do the purple coat right away. Because once you get to like round 10, nobody knows who these guys are anymore. And then you're kind of just guessing based off their team anyway. So why not impose fun rules for myself? I also will not pick any obviously I pick Giants. Any Cowboys or Eagles, because they're in our division and like our rivals, whatever. And I also try to avoid Jets. But that is my plan. If you're not into fantasy football or football at all, you're probably like, why are we talking about this? But if you are, you'll probably like, yeah, I agree with you. So let me know which camp you're in if you like fantasy. I always tell, like, my father-in-law had never watched a full game before, and he ended up playing last year fantasy. And then he kind of became obsessed with it because it's just a math game, and he likes math. So you don't really have to care about football to play fantasy, is my little spoiler. All right. Let's do Violet's outfit blue, right? I know it's supposed to be blue towards purple, but I don't have any color like that, so I'm going to do this color instead. And she is our gum chewer. So this one is her. So yeah, as you can see, as I'm coloring, I'm not necessarily like perfect. Sometimes I go outside the lines a little bit, especially onto the black, because in my mind you won't be able to see it, even though you probably can see it. And you can see some little streaking and whatever, but I still think it's gonna turn out nicely. So I'm still just going for it and enjoying the process. I'm gonna have to see what to do about time today, because you know that I like to keep these types of videos around 45 minutes. I do enjoy long videos too, but I also cannot talk for that long. I just won't make it. Just wrecks my throat. I don't understand. I'm very chatty in real life, but I guess in real life, I usually have people chatting back. That gives my throat a little time off. And unfortunately, I can't hear what you guys are saying to me right now. So I like to keep it around 45 minutes, but I want to definitely come back at the end and show you my glitter process, because that's always fun. So the little Oompa Loompas actually had white overalls and brown shirts. So I'm gonna just do their brown shirts, I think, and keep their overalls white. Oh, I should have done their neck in orange. I could always go back. But I'm actually still looking at them on my screen, which is how I know. And of course, you can do this whatever colors you want. I just figured it would be fun to try to get close to their original colors as much as we can. I still feel like I'm making a mess. It's the brush. I don't know how to use the brush tip, but that's why you got to practice with it and learn and get better. So while you're practicing, it might not look great, but that's fine. I'm trying to think what else I have to talk about, but it's not very much because, again, still not doing very much, which that's fine, but makes for some boring videos. Sam's week off. Did I talk about that? For Sam's week off, we intended to play a bunch of board games and didn't. I don't know. We played about 5 or 6 board games. So we definitely had a lot of board game time. Sam and I really like board games. A lot of times, though, we can't play with just the two of us because we play games in very different ways, like have very different strategies. And so we can get mad at each other when we're playing certain types of games. So we have to find games that are good for the two of us to play alone. So we actually, at the beginning of his week off, each picked 5 games that we wanted to play, and we stacked them all up. And then every day we played, we would ask Alexa to pick a number 1 through 10, and that's how we would pick which games. And Alexa kept picking my games, and it was funny. So that worked out nicely for me. And yeah, we had a good time. I kept track of like who won overall. Sam ended up winning 1 extra round than me, and I was really mad because I really won 1 extra round. But he we were playing this game called Sagrada, which is a dice rolling game, and basically on every turn you pick 2 dice. And so when we got to the end, he just was down 2 dice, meaning he completely just skipped a turn. So I should have won that one. But I was very nice to him, and we decided to call it a draw instead. So even though technically he won game week, I think we tied. So there's that. Not sure what to do about his hair because I don't want his hair and his hat to be the same. But he has like dirty blonde hair. Maybe I'll try and get crazy up in here and do a little bit of color layering. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna either be making some mistakes right now or making some magic. But again, that's how you learn, by practicing. So I'm gonna do that, and then right on top, I'm gonna do this, maybe. Is it doing anything? I think it's just completely changing it. I don't know. I don't know if that worked. So we'll let that dry, I guess, a little bit. Maybe. What did Veruca wear? I think she wore red, right? Let's see if I can just search the rest of them while I'm here. Original. Are they with any of the kids? Boompa. Loompa. Loompa-dee-doo. I mean, all of them are just wearing brown. This really does not help me in my quest to make a beautiful page. Aha, that's a good one. Okay, so she has a red belt, and Veruca is wearing red. Oh, Mike TV is wearing yellow. Great. Now I legitimately already forgot what I was talking about. Cool, cool. Oh, yeah, games, I guess. So, yeah, Sam and I are big into board games. He would love if we did a lot of, like, the super intense ones. But here's my problem. I don't really like learning new games. Like, once I know it, it's fine. But I don't like the process of learning it because I just hate when nobody knows what's going on. So sometimes, especially with those super intense games, it'll take like 2-3 hours to learn and play the first time, and then I never want to play again because I'm like, that took forever. So it's rough. For Sam, I like to play like medium games, like more than standard family games, but less than the intense ones. So I really have been liking a lot of dice games. It just works out that way. I don't know why, but is her buckle? I think her buckle's gold. That's what happens. I can't see their shoes in this picture. Mike TV is yellow. I think I'm gonna make him cadmium. How is that dark cadmium? It's lighter than. Isn't that weird? This bottom one is dark cadmium and this top one is... No, the bottom one is cadmium and the top one is dark cadmium, when it's obviously not dark, but in fact lighter. Weird. So I'm going to do this for Mike TV. I'm still intending to film my ASMR video soon. I also hope the video going up today in like 20 minutes has my first music over the speed coloring. His pants are also just white. They wore a lot of white. This is unfortunate for my needs of coloring. Okay. Yeah, I put some music over top of the speed coloring, so hopefully people liked that, because I might try that again. What am I doing now? I'm realizing I don't have any dark blue. Interesting. I'm gonna do some more yellow. What color did I use this for? Oh, his hair. Okay. For the rest of these. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Where are we at already? We're at 23 minutes, and that's for just this little segment. I'm thinking in a minute I'm going to go right into speed coloring and do the rest of the marker work, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to glitter everything. What do we feel about that? Hopefully we like it. And I'm going to probably attempt to put music again over top. It's really, I actually do my editing right in YouTube. So like when I upload it, you can edit straight on the website, and that's what I did last time. And that's what I intend to do again. So, voila. I really think this book is super, super cute though. I like this style. Like, you don't have to worry about hands. Hands are hard. And it's just super cutesy. It reminds me of like super old school scrapbooking die cuts. Like this was the style that you used to see a lot. I think it was kind of before I actually even started scrapbooking, but I remember in the beginning of when I did scrapbook and I would like shop for supplies, that I would see these, even at like thrift stores and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully that doesn't bother anyone. I'm gonna speed us all up and go from there. Okay, we're back. I think I did everything that I needed to do with that. We will see. So now I'm going to take out my Sparkle Pop glitter gel pens, Pentel Sparkle Pop. These are amazing. I like almost avoid using them so I don't waste them, but using them is giving them purpose. Let's do it. And then I also have my tray of stickles and knockoff stickles. I just have realized the amazing qualities of stickles, so I bought some, and then I also remembered I had a bunch of these Studio G ones. This is the Michaels brand that they had. Again, I probably bought this 8 to 10 years ago, and I did test them, and they all seem to work enough that they will do what we need them to do. So I have a bunch of these, and I have a bunch of the newer brand Michaels, or 3 at least. I have a 3-pack of the newer ones. These do not work the best compared to the other 2, but that's fine, might as well. And then I also found I have a tiny stash of liquid pearls. So I think we are gonna glitter up the rest of this page and then be done. So first I'm going to do gold Sparkle Pop on the doors. And yes, if you have never seen or tried these Pentel Sparkle Pop, wow, it's getting harder to say, pens, you need to. They're amazing. I don't know if there's still back to school stuff out where you are, but that's where I originally got my set. And they're really cool. They're like duochrome, so in one angle they look one color, and then the other angle they look another color. For the gold and silver though, it's pretty similar in all angles, just because that's spectacular enough as it is. Are you seeing the magic? Ooh, maybe I'll zoom in a tiny bit. I'm always very nervous to zoom in because I'm afraid that I'm gonna forget to zoom out, and then you're not gonna see things later, but we'll give it a shot. Why not? So they're like so pretty. Like you can see it glittering just as you're putting it down. So I'm hoping you can see that too. Obviously at the end I will hold it up closer. And now I'm realizing I did not end up coloring around the W. So we'll see what I do. I think I'm going to do the back. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll get there in a second. I knew I'd forget something. That's just how it goes. I don't know if you noticed during the speed coloring, I hadn't done that Oompa Loompa's shoes at all. So, oh well. It's not a test. We can go back and finish. So, this just reminds me of like the front gate and the front door, the golden ticket, all of that stuff, all that jazz. I also, while I was speed coloring, my TV has white shoes and a white hat, so I kind of just took the lightest gray I have and just kind of scribbled over that area to give it a little bit of shading, but not even intentional, just to like look scuffed up and like maybe there's a pattern there. I tried to keep it as accurate as we could. I'm also going to do the W itself. Ooh, in the glitter. I'm going to do this W right away. Beautiful. Yeah, off screen I can see my laptop above me, and I was kind of looking at reference pictures. I didn't really want to bother leaning across and typing things in, so I was kind of doing the Google chain thing where you find one picture and then you click a similar picture with the suggestions and a similar until you finally get what you need. So that was kind of my inspiration for this. I tried to be pretty close to accurate. We'll see what I do that background. I might forget altogether. I'm gonna give him a gold cane. Oh my goodness, the sparkle. And what else? I think I'm going to do, I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do in Sparkle Pop versus not Sparkle Pop. I was thinking of doing some of the big candy sticks Sparkle Pop, and then I was gonna do the drops in the glitter glue. So I think we'll do that. First I'm gonna do all of the sticks in silver, because why not? Beautiful, I love it. I feel like I'm just now getting into the world of glittering up pages, which seems crazy because I've always been a huge glitter fan. So I don't know why it took me this long, but we're here now, don't worry. And then let's just pick one. So this is the blue one. I'll do these swirly ones in the blue, why not? Whoa, it's so bright. The only problem is that metallic and markers like this do tend to cover the lines really well. It's just such a thick and beautiful ink that it might go right over those lines. So we will see what we can see. So this one seems to be blue to green, if you can tell. And at different angles, it looks like completely different colors. Colors, that was an interesting stutter. I don't know, I'm a little bit low energy today. I'm sorry if you can tell. I don't know what's going on. I'm sleepy. It's the weekend and I just want to go take a nap after this. So I might do that. But the glitter is definitely hyping me up, getting me excited. Okay. I wish there were more colors of Sparkle Pops. I love them. But yeah, these definitely go really fast, the ink, which is like, it's fine. I have to get over using up supplies is not wasting them. Like, this is what it's for. It's okay to use it. I've mostly just kept all my Sparkle Pops for journaling, for my bullet journal, but only sporadically in there too, because sometimes I even think that's a waste, so that's crazy. This to me feels like a different swirly, even though it's pretty similar. Let's see what we find next. Purple, I'm pretty sure the purple goes to blue. So let's find out. Can we see? I'm hoping to keep zoomed nice. Ooh yeah, purple. Yeah, the purple goes to blue, so that's fun because now it's two different pictures. Wow. And then there's another one here. Hopefully this isn't getting rid of so many details that it looks just like different circles, but it's all right, even if it is. Also, I noticed while I was doing the marker work in time lapse that I don't have a paper behind this, just in case there's any bleeding. But then I realized that it's the last page in the book. That's the whole challenge, so it's not a problem. So that was really nice. I'm gonna do this guy in this pink. You do have to be careful that these dry a little bit slower because they're so juicy, if you can say that about a gel pen. Oh. And then I have two more. What colors do we have left? Green turns blue, maybe? I have orange. Black turns red. I think I'm going to do the orange on this one. I think orange turns yellow or gold. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely turns yellow. I'm also realizing that it's 1:10 and I didn't eat yet today. I don't know what I was thinking. So, whoops, not my best decision. I'm just gonna do this one in orange also, so as not to just be adding colors too willy-nilly. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out. Zoop. Steady our camera, and then we're gonna do all the gumdrops. I think what I'm gonna do is pick, should we pick 3 colors? I gotta do this green. This green's pretty magical. I can actually show you the swatches of my stickle collection in my swatch book. Obviously, you won't be able to live help me pick, but that's okay. So these are my stickle brand stickles, and for whatever reason, I've been buying the 3-packs from Michaels, and none of them have names on the bottles themselves, which I think is pretty strange because I've seen other people have names on theirs, but I can't find any names. So unfortunately, I just have them swatched. They're pretty self-evident which is which though when you look at them. And then these are my Studio G off-brand ones, which as you can see still look really good after 8 years. Then those are my Liquid Pearls, and then those are my Recollections brand off-brand, which to me are not the best. They look almost pastel, which is definitely its own vibe, so that's fine. But I'm gonna use this green because that's fabulous. And then I'm probably gonna use a purple because purple's my favorite. And then probably a pink. Is that you? Maybe this pink. And then what else? Maybe a blue. I'm gonna try to use all the old ones because why not? So I will pick those 4 colors for stickles. And for any like bottle like this, I always recommend, one second. Sorry, I got a message. I always recommend testing it on a piece of paper first, just because sometimes if you like haven't used it in a while, it could get like the tip clogged a little bit, which I think mine is, and then it might burst out altogether. So I always tap it out and keep a little paper next to me to test it first. All right, so for gluing also, you wanna be very careful. These do take a little bit to dry, so you wanna not put your arm in it when you're done. So I'm gonna start at the top and then do one little circle at a time. And again, I'm new to glitter glue, but I am not new to paints like this. And I very much have gotten my arms all up in paint before. So I'm gonna keep these open because that's fine and get them all tapped and ready. And then I'm just gonna do one little circle segment at a time. And then I'm gonna have to keep it open flat for a little bit to make sure it gets time to dry. Yes, this pink is ready to go. So I'm just gonna put the pink where I want to put it. And they get even sparklier as they dry because like the paint itself will dry and it'll just leave shine. So I'm kind of worried I picked all dark colors, but I think that the background's light enough. See, it's not coming out. These are basically just standing up straight. It would be much better if I could store them upside down, but I don't know if I can do that yet. I might see if I can just flip them in here, but since they've been stored straight, all of the paint has gone to the bottom. And now I just got to do a little extra shaking and wiggling when I start. So I'm going to keep them on their side for now. Let's tap it out and then do our purple. Whoa, purple's ready too. I'm going to do 2 purples probably. Just kind of blob it. And then try to flatten it. It'll flatten itself too because that's just how gravity works, but I like to help it along as best as I can to help it dry quicker. The more you put on, the longer it's going to take to dry, of course. So there's that. And then the last thing about using these is that there will be a little bump wherever you put it. So when you're coloring your next page, you'll be wary of that. But hopefully we're all putting something behind our pages, unlike me. And if you do that, it shouldn't be a big deal at all because you won't feel the bump as bad. So that leaves us with 3 of these green, which is good. I'm thinking of gumdrop flavors. I should have done a yellow, but lime gumdrops are probably my favorite. So more green. Beautiful. I'm gonna just start with green in the next area because it's what's in my hand already. So yeah, I can't tell you how many times, because I used to use these paints a lot. I would like paint clothing and stuff like that, and so often would I just squeeze really hard to get the paint out and explode all over whatever my project was and then cry about it, because usually it was fabric paint on fabric and then it was a problem. So I try to learn from my own mistakes and hopefully teach you guys from my mistakes too. So I'm gonna give her some pink glitter gum. That might be weird, but there it is. So I'm not gonna have that be as solid. I don't know. That's my thoughts. And let's do, I have 2 colors left, so I'm gonna do just one more pink in this segment. It's hard to talk about other things when I'm doing this part, but I don't think anyone minds. Okay, then I got blue. Test it on our page first. We went everywhere. I mean, oh no. Oh no. It's just glitter, so it's not a huge deal because the more glitter, the better. But yeah, with these old ones, it is a tiny bit thicker than new ones. That is my complaint. But again, I'm pretty pleased that I get to use something I've apparently been hoarding for nearly a decade. So we're gonna give it our best anyway. Here's some purple dots. Beautiful. Hopefully you can see the magic of the glitter. Again, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit at the end. And then I'm gonna do, I like the green the best, so I think I'm gonna do one of everything 2 green. Zoop. Got a little bit of leaking again. Okay, beautiful. I think I'm gonna pick it up for you. Right up to the camera. Whoa, no I'm not. Hold on. I'm wiggling you, sorry. So yeah, there we go. See, it's a tiny bit dimensional, but again, it'll mostly pat itself down. So there is our glitter door, beautiful. Our glitter candy. And our glitter gumdrops. And then the glitter gumdrops actually has the added bonus of like being texturally accurate because it looks like sugar plops. Which, perfect. So that is our page. I hope you enjoyed. I think I mentioned at the beginning, but might as well mention again, this book was gifted to me from Jamie, from Jamie's Coloring Love. So I will link her down below. I will link the book down below. I try to link as much as I can these days. And I hope you enjoyed it. And where's our little challenge card? That was for the challenge, color the last page. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in 2 days with something different. Bye guys. I forgot to say a word at the end. That's my favorite part when everyone comments that, so I'm just gonna add this little bit in afterwards. I'm like going to edit now and I realized my mistake. So if you made it all the way to the end, past the goodbyes even, I would like it if you could say, let's see, watering can. Sure. And thank you so much for watching again, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I'll see you in 2 days.